Hey guys, it's Beth. Today I'll be using these wood boxes from Amazon and this wood round frame from Dollar Tree. I took the 3 boxes and stacked them up, 2 next to each other, one above it in the center, put the wood round where it would touch all 3, and then marked a little below those bottom 2 boxes. Used some pruning shears to cut it, and then took that piece that I cut and marked off another section and cut that off. And just set those aside for now. I then took these 3 boxes. These are 5 by 5 and I got them from Amazon. I painted them with Plaster chalk paint by Waverly and I covered them completely. And then the little inside part of these boxes, I just did 1 coat, the rest of it got 2. Once those were completely dry, I measured the inside of the box, which was just about 3 3/4. I marked that on scrapbook paper and cut out 3 squares. I applied Mod Podge to the center of the box, just a nice thin even layer, and then placed down each of my pieces of scrapbook paper. Smoothed them out the best I could with my fingers at first. And then I just scrunched up some saran wrap and smoothed out any wrinkles or bubbles with that. And used my heating tool to make sure that underneath layer was dry. And then did an outer layer on top of that scrapbook paper. And then I also took 4 tumbling tower blocks from Dollar Tree and painted those with 2 coats of Plaster chalk paint. And then I took this wood frame from Dollar Tree that I cut down and put hot glue on both ends and put a little round wooden bead. Those were also from Dollar Tree. They're the largest ones that come in the pack. And this frame, when it started, it was 12 inches. After I had those glued on, I covered that with 1 coat of black chalk paint. Next, I took one of my wooden boxes, flipped it upside down, and on all 4 corners added some wood glue and then a tumbling tower block. I let this dry for about half an hour just to make sure it was stuck good enough to work with it a little more. Took my other 2 boxes, lined it up with my original one, put glue on the corners of those, and then added the tumbling tower blocks from the bottom of the 3rd one. And then just let that dry for a little while again before I moved on. Took my frame pieces I made and just kind of eyeballed it and added E6000 where the black frame meets each of the boxes. Cleaning up any excess glue. And then once I had it just about set, I just made sure it was level. And after I had all the glue on, I just clamped that down. And then I flipped it over and did the same thing on the other side, just again eyeballing it to make sure that it was about the same spacing. and added the E6000 and the clamps. And then if you don't have the clamps, you could always just use some painter's tape to hold the frame into place while you let it dry. And that is it for this project. Thank you guys so much for watching.